My first year as a beekeeper, Season 1. Today is the 30th of July and it's time for our 14th inspection. Last week we went through the hive and took out all of the frames that were ready to extract. There's also a bonus video showing you how our first ever extraction went. Check the description for a link to this video. After that we went back and returned some of the frames to the bees. The bees were clearly annoyed with me, and as you can see from my face, they got their revenge. On to today's inspection. We're pulling off the super and taking out some of the empty frames that we put in last week and replacing them with the frames we extracted. This will give them an opportunity to clean them up and repair any damage, and possibly even refill them in time for our next extraction. Here is one of the frames that they almost had full last week. Now I'm shuffling these frames around so that we can have the partially full honey frames in one box and the empty super for them to work on going forward. As you can see, we have some full frames, but most of them are still being worked on. Let's take a look at the second brood box. There's still a lot of honeycomb in this box, so we're going through and bruising the honeycomb. This damages the cappings, so in order for them to repair it, they must move the honey elsewhere. Hopefully this goes into our honey supers. This should increase the amount of honey that we are able to harvest. This next frame is an almost fully drawn out brood frame. Last week we also took a fully capped over frame of honey and tried to extract. Sadly the extractor couldn't deal with this, so we had the frame fully blown out. This meant that we had lots of honeycomb in the bottom of the extractor that we had to deal with. I'm hoping that this frame will be ready for the queen to start laying eggs here shortly. This frame here has a huge amount of pollen stored. Can you see the difference between this and the capped honey? These last few frames are pretty much full of honey, so we're going to go through and bruise all of them. This is one of the big downsides of having a double brood setup. We have so many brood frames here which are just jam-packed full of honey, which means we don't end up harvesting anywhere nearly as much as we could. This is something I will have to figure out for my second year of beekeeping. Now we're down in the main brood box. This frame is pretty much full of pollen. Hopefully this will keep them going for a while. We're back at the frame of doom. We can see a huge amount of brood here, which is great, but as usual there is a big queen cup in the centre. Can you see it? Holy Bertha! This is an excellent frame of brood. Well done, Queenie. We're at the end of our inspection now. We haven't seen the queen and I don't recall seeing any eggs. We haven't seen any sign that they're making a new queen, so I'm hoping that we've just missed her. Make sure to tune into the next video to see if we can see her then. Thanks for watching, and I'll hopefully see you in the next inspection.